It's 6 p.m. Welcome to this week's ELN Radio. We begin with top stories across the world and nation.
A 15-year-old boy was hoping to hop on a flight to Africa to visit his mother, so he decided to stow himself away in a wheel well of a Maui-bound plane flying out of San Jose, California, Sunday. Doctors say the boy, who has not been identified, survived the high-altitude flight and extremely low temperatures because his body went into a hibernation state. The boy is in a Maui hospital, and child service agencies are working to make sure the boy returns safely back to California.
There's new tension in the Ukraine crisis. The U.S. is sending troops to Eastern Europe. U.S. military are arriving in Poland on Wednesday as part of a wave of U.S. troops supporting the America's Eastern European allies. The U.S. is continuing to send troops up to Eastern Europe in hopes to combat the Russians meddling in the Ukraine. Meanwhile, an American reporter is being held in eastern Ukraine by pro-Russian militias.
2 Pennsylvania men have been charged with widespread drug distribution. 18-year-old Timothy C. Brooks and Neil Scott sold cocaine, marijuana, hash oil, and ecstasy at 5 high schools and 3 colleges in the Philadelphia area. At least 8 students were employed by the 2, including 2 minors, according to the Montgomery County District Attorney's Office. It's now 6:01. Welcome to this week's ELN Radio. I'm Brandon Joyner.
And I'm Bella Mazzola. Coming up on the show, yesterday was Earth Day, but one organization is celebrating all week.
Were you a part of the camel hype this hump day? We'll tell you where you can go to take a ride on the camels later in the show.
Elon's seen a Jewish fraternity thrive on campus this year, and religion could have a big role in the future of Elon's Greek life.
All these stories and more tonight on ELN Radio.
The train running through Elon's campus is known to cause a lot of noise, but over the past few days, there's been another issue at the corner of Williamson and Lebanon. The barriers that keep cars from crossing the tracks at the intersection have been stuck down, preventing traffic from crossing, even when the train isn't there. Elon Local News spoke with Elon Police Lieutenant Kelly Blackwelder about the cause of the problem.
We don't know. It's just been a faulty wiring, and it seems like when the trains come through, it resets it. We've tried to take measures to keep accidents from happening because we were noticing people going around them in oncoming traffic.
Blackwelder says the problem has been fixed by Norfolk Southern technicians, and there shouldn't be any more issues. Follow us on Twitter at Elon Local News for updates as we continue to follow this story.
Elon's Office of Sustainability has partnered with organizations and departments across campus this week to celebrate Earth Day. As part of the Earth Week celebrations, author and ecologist Dr. Sandra Steingraber spoke in McKinnon Hall last night. She's an international speaker and advocate for health problems linked with environmental issues. She's also a cancer survivor and said she feels it's her duty to her children to make the world we live in healthier. Steingraber focused on the science behind the global warming and the effects it has on the ocean. She's also discussed global warming's potential to harm humans, and she urged students to take action in helping redesign an economy away from fossil fuels. We spoke with Steingraber after her speech to find out why she visited Elon during this year's Earth Week.
North Carolina is one of the states that could kind of go either direction, right? It has this terrible story of coal ash spills contaminating the water, and it's about to get fracked. And so it seemed like, of all places I could come on Earth Day, the state.
Moving outside for Earth Week, today the Speaker's Corner was home to an annual event called Landfill on the Lawn. Students collected garbage from residence halls and put the trash on display. They wanted to show how much of what we throw away can actually be recycled or composted. Leaders of the event said they were surprised by how much compost they found and hope that this will inspire students to be more conscious of what they throw away and how they dispose of it.
If you haven't been able to get involved yet, there's still plenty going on throughout this Earth Week. The Office of Sustainability is partnering with a number of campus organizations. You can check out S'mores with Elon Outdoors tonight on the Beck Pool patio at 10. And tomorrow kicks off the first Elon Farmers Market of the spring. You can visit the Elon Community Church Farmers Market from 3 to 6 on the church's lawn. You can find local produce, and the event will feature some of Elon's a cappella groups. Tomorrow afternoon, you can also attend Meditating on Earth at 4:15 in the Newman Lumen Pavilion.
Earth Day is a reminder to give back to the earth and live sustainably. But that's not always easy for college students. Our executive producer, Carly Hilliard, joins us with some tips for how to go green all year round.
Thanks, Bella. Now, first, let's talk about recycling. If your apartment complex or landlord doesn't offer recycling pickup, it's tough to want to do it on your own. My suggestion to fix that is to go in with your roommates or neighbors on separate bins for paper, plastic, and glass. Start sorting the trash yourself and take turns each week dropping off the trash at recycling drop-off centers. There are 3 right here in Burlington. Going along with the trash theme, before you even throw something away or even recycle it, try to think of another use for it. I always donate or sell my old clothes instead of throwing them out. You can even try the upcycling trend. Sites like Pinterest have tons of ideas for turning seemingly useless objects into art, jewelry, or even decorations. And I'm sure you're all familiar with tips about saving energy, but I promise you they do make a difference. Try switching to energy-efficient light bulbs, lowering the thermostat, unplugging appliances and chargers when you leave the house, and of course, never do a load of laundry unless it's full. Not only will these tips conserve energy, they'll save you money. Going green and living sustainably is all about taking the initiative. But once you make habits out of these changes, you'll realize the positive impact you can actually have on the environment. With tips to stay green, I'm Carly Hilliard. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Carly. Coming up, ELN students found 2 special guests in Young Commons this afternoon. Find out who they are next.
WSOE is sponsored by Anna Maria's Pizzeria, serving pizza and Italian cuisine located at 961 Burlington Avenue. Delivery is available at 336-449-4491. Anna Maria's Pizzeria.
Lock Management is a proud sponsor of WSOE. Managing models and artists out of Greensboro, Lock Management is looking for new faces and talents in the Elon area. More information at lockmanagement.com. Lock Management.
WSOE is sponsored by NC Jelly Donuts, serving donuts where you pick the filling. Located on 3260 South Church Street. NC Jelly Donuts.
WSOE is proud to have Dunkin' Donuts as a sponsor. Donuts and coffee all day long, located at 2526 South Church Street. More information at dunkindonuts.com. Dunkin' Donuts.
In a world where the masses can't find good music on the radio, no, God! One radio show goes against all the odds.
Get on the microphone in a serious manner.
Bringing you all the action. Hoo-yah! Drama.
Shut up! Shut up!
Romance.
You complete me.
And music that you crave.
I'm talking about bands that rock!
You're looking for That's Moderately Raven on WSOE 89.3 every Saturday from noon to 1 with me, Mac White.
Yeah, Mr. White.
That's Moderately Raven. It's the radio show that you've been craving.
Yes! 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 Yes!
WSOE is proud to have Taza Indian Bistro as a sponsor, serving Indian cuisine for lunch buffet and dinner. Located on 579 Huffman Mill Road in Burlington. Phoenix Cash is accepted. More information available at tazabistro.com. It's Taza Indian Bistro.
You're listening to ELN Radio and 89.3 WSOE. It's 6:09 p.m. Thanks for staying with us.
Every year, the Princeton Review releases a list of the greenest colleges in the country. And this year, Elon made the cut. Elon joins UNC Chapel Hill, Duke, and other North Carolina schools who are committed to the environment and sustainability. Elon's BioBus service and the university's green building policy were 2 staples of Elon, highlighted in the review.
Many people call Elon a bubble. According to a new ranking from home security website SafeWise, it's a safe one. The town of Elon has been named the 3rd safest town in North Carolina, with less than 2.5 property crimes per 1,000 households. There is also less than 1 violent crime per 1,000 residents. These statistics are based on the 2012 FBI crime report, which included information on a number of common crimes a community faces. Holly Springs came in at number 2 on the list, and current home of former ELN President Fred Young. Pinehurst, North Carolina, came in at number 1. Safewise also commended the ELN Police Department for being, quote, small but impressive, highlighting their use of online police reports and vacation home checkups. ELN Police Lieutenant Kelly Blackwelder says ELN's size is to thank for this ranking.
Because we are so small, we're not overburdened with some of the stuff that your larger cities deal with. I think we're very attentive to the needs. I think we are very attentive to particular patterns of crime. When we see a problem, we prefer to take a proactive rather than a reactive response to it.
Many ELN students celebrated Hump Day in a new way earlier this afternoon. Hundreds of students gathered on Young Commons to spend time with, pet, and take pictures with 2 camels, Oscar and Georgia. Senior Patrick Brown organized the visit. He says he came up with the idea in the fall. He's chairman of the Fun Fund, an organization that works with SGA to provide money for fun events created by and for students. The 2 camels cost $1,500 for 2 hours, and Brown says he hopes similar events can happen in the future.
I mean, I think it'd be a pretty cool event. We know it started as just a one-off. I know SGA has kind of picked it up, and I think his marketing is like the first annual. So I think based on that and the reaction, it could definitely be something that comes along again in the future.
Even if you didn't get to see the camels in person, you probably noticed your Instagram and Facebook feeds filled with selfies and pictures. Junior Casey Brown was one of them. She said that she didn't believe when she first heard that the camels would actually be on campus.
Oh, it's awesome. I sent it to my mom because I don't think anybody would believe we'd have camels on campus if she didn't have photo proof. It's just cool.
Patrick Brown says it was too expensive to pay for camel rides for all students. But if you want to give it a try, you're in luck. The camels came from Carolina Camel Rides in Ramsher, North Carolina, just a short drive from ELN.
After a week when temperatures reached the mid-30s at night, ELN finally saw the return of the warm weather yesterday with temperatures in the 80s. Our Courtney Davis has today's weather update.
Brandon and Bella, if you got a chance to visit Young Commons earlier today, you might have seen that one of the camels on campus was molting. Maybe he was too hot, but today was a perfect day in my book, sunny with only a few clouds in the sky. Here's your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Tonight it should drop into the low 40s, but don't worry too much about the cold. Tomorrow there will be sunny skies with a high of 71 degrees and a low of 49. On Friday, make sure you bring an umbrella with you to class because there's a 50% chance of scattered thunderstorms throughout the day. But temperatures should stay warm with a high of 76 and a low of 52. For the weekend, Saturday will be sunny again with a high of 80 degrees and a low of 50, making it the perfect day to spend time with friends outside. Sunday, you can expect mostly sunny skies with a high of 73 and a low of 54. So enjoy that spring weather this week. With your Phoenix 5-day forecast, I'm Courtney Davis.
You can expect tech presentations at next week's Surf Day. In the meantime, our Patterson Huggins joins us in the studio to give us an update in the world of technology. Patterson?
Thanks, Bella. Aereo, a video streaming company, is facing copyright challenges from TV networks. The company allows subscribers to watch and record live TV on smartphones and tablets. While cable companies pay billions in fees, Aereo is obtaining the broadcast signals for free. The Supreme Court will make its ruling on the case in June. Aereo is not the only company that may be affecting the way we watch TV. Netflix announced that it might raise the price of its monthly membership. The increase would only be $1 or $2, and it would only affect new members. Registered viewers will continue to pay their current rates. Ever wanted to travel back in time? Today, Google made it possible. The Street View feature in Google Maps now allows viewers to explore how neighborhoods and landmarks have changed over the last 7 years. Google plans to keep adding photos to the digital time capsules. Time travel is not the only product Google is currently focusing on. The patents for Google contact lenses, the company has secured 2 patents for Google contact lenses, even though Google is working on contacts embedded with cameras. The product will mainly be targeted to diabetics. The lenses will test the individual's tear fluid and alert them of any drops in blood sugar levels. That's all for the tech update this week. I'm Patterson Huggins, ELN Local News. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Patterson. After the break, find out how ELN could see another fraternity added to campus. Stick with us right here on WSOE 89.3 ELN Burlington.
WSOE is sponsored by Smitty's Homemade Ice Cream, located on 130 North Williamson Avenue in downtown Elon. Smitty's Homemade Ice Cream.
Hey guys, this is Joe Book, and I'm begging you to be happy. The best way to do that is to listen to my show, A Cup of Joe, on Fridays from 10 to midnight on WSOE 89.3.
Hey, must be a devil
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, so pull up your beach chair and get ready for the hottest station on the air. Join us for an hour of alternative music with DJ DP, Jenny from the Block, and Moose, Fridays at 5 p.m. This is WSOE 89.3 FM, the only alternative.
Hello there, and welcome to Jurassic Park. Yeah, you heard right. I'm Wilson Jacobs, and I'll be your tour guide every Wednesday, 3 to 4 p.m. through my station, Jurassic Park. That means the best hip-hop, the best R&B, the best. Remember, this is your ticket in, so don't forget to tune in Wednesdays from 3 to 4 p.m. I'm Wilson Jacobs, signing off on WSOE 89.3, the only alternative.
Join Nick Atz and Will Lee in the Jazz Corner for a relaxing, almost sensuous night of jazzy tones. Thursday nights from 7 to 8 p.m. From classic to modern, kick back and feel way classier than you really are. Here on WSOE 89.3, the only alternative.
Hi everyone, you are listening to WSOE 89.3 Elon, North Carolina. My name is Ashlyn.
And my name is Atoria Milk.
And we are the A-Team.
The #1 source for news, gossip, and current events. Tune in every Sunday from 1 and 2 p.m.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter at the A-Team 2017 and call in or tweet to give us your truth about Elon life and let us know if you want a shout out.
We'll see you then.
And we're back with more on ELN Radio on WSOE 89.3. It's now 6:17 p.m.
Relay for Life kicks off this Friday at 6 p.m. at the Francis Center Fields. Teams of students donate money to help cancer survivors and raise awareness for the American Cancer Society during the 12-hour event. Right now, there are 48 teams with 596 participants registered, and they've already raised more than $33,000. With us in studio is Relay for Life organizer Danielle Pronge. Thanks for joining us, Danielle.
Thanks for having me, Brandon.
So just explain to us about your role as an organizer.
Sure. So my role is currently the executive director, and I was the founder of Relay for Life for Colleges Against Cancer, which hosts the Relay for Life. And my main responsibility is making sure that exec is doing what they can to put the event on, and making sure we are doing as much as we can to alert the campus about mission and advocacy for what needs to be done for cancer patients and survivors.
So explain to us about, how you want this to really be a lasting element on your legacy here at Elon.
That's been one of my main concerns this go around with exec. I have definitely done what we can to make the organization sustainable. We've put together an exec, a constitution, bylaws, everything that a student organization needs to be successful. We've worked with Student Government Association to work on a budget and things like that. We have 2 advisors, so I think that when I come back from the Elon Law School next year and make a team, I'd love to see everyone still out there having fun with goals that are exceeding the previous year's expectations.
Have there been any challenges that you faced with this, huge event?
Definitely, there always are. I mean, marketing on campus is always fun and difficult, and I think the biggest concern this year has just been trying to get everyone there with a budget. So when we try to raise money, we don't really have much to start with. So trying to go to SGA for an allocation, which they gave us, thank you, and other people has been the biggest budget with how to plan an event with no money to start.
All right. Thanks so much, Danielle. And it's not too late to sign up or donate. Check out the Relay for Life website for more information. Religion and Greek life. It's a combination becoming more common on Elon's campus. Our Gary Grumbach tells us how, if one freshman has his way, that tradition will continue.
Freshman Grant Flick had an idea.
It would be awesome to have fellowship with all the Christian guys on campus.
So after some research, Flick came up with an answer.
This campus needs a Christian fraternity with Christian guys like myself in it. There's lots of Christian organizations on this campus, but there's nothing beyond just meeting once a week and just hanging out.
Flick and friends looked into Beta Upsilon Chi, the nation's largest Christian fraternity, and are hoping for it to be Elon's first.
A Christian fraternity can really bring in Christian guys, say incoming freshmen next year that want to stay true to their faith, but also want to join a Greek organization.
While the fraternities and sororities in the Loy Center are run out of the Office of Greek Life, Beta Upsilon Chi is not part of the Interfraternity Council. They will be based here in the Newman Lumen Pavilion. And Flick wants the organization to be different for other reasons.
I'll be honest, the big difference is going to be that it's not going to be a drinking fraternity.
But he does want Beta Upsilon Chi to have similar values.
I would just love to see a place where freshmen can come in, feel welcome, and just make friends right off the bat.
Flick says if all goes as planned, the Elon chapter will be chartered next fall with more than 30 founding members. Gary Grumbach, Elon Local News.
If you're interested in finding out more information about Beta Upsilon Chi, contact Grant Flick at gflick@elon.edu.
Beta Upsilon Chi is not the only Greek organization that may be coming to campus soon. Chi Upsilon Sigma, a Latina sorority, is currently awaiting a final decision from the university to see whether it can become an official chapter. The Latin American student organization has made a major push for this new addition to the Greek community. A decision should be made by next fall.
Farmers from all over North Carolina come out and sell their product at the state's farmers market in Greensboro. Our Sarah Russell met with one family who traveled much farther to sell their goods at the market.
Mai Zhang is a first-generation student, and she and her family traveled more than 8,000 miles to be in the U.S.
Well, my parents came originally from Laos.
Laos is located in Southeast Asia, bordering Vietnam and Thailand. Zhang's parents and family are part of the Hmong culture and were born and raised in Laos.
My parents were actually one of the group that were trying to cross over to the refugee camps in Thailand in order to come to the U.S.
Hmong people were seeking protection from the Vietnamese army because of their involvement with the U.S. during the Vietnam War.
Well, we were, I guess, you like to say, struggling for our lives and kind of hiding.
Zhang and her older brother came to the refugee camps in Thailand with their parents. She explains it was difficult to travel with young children.
Because I cry so much, they're afraid that the Vietnamese people would find us. So what they did is they would poison me with, I believe, opium.
This was a common act among families who were trying to escape Laos. Although their journey was dangerous, Zhang says it was important to her parents to give her and her siblings a better life.
They want us to further education, and that's what we've been trying to do.
Zhang and her family now have 14 acres of land in Newton, North Carolina, where they grow a variety of flowers that they sell at the farmers market.
The pink one? Yeah. They're tulips. Are they? Uh-huh. They open up pretty big, and it looks kind of like a poppy from afar. Okay, $8 a change. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Zhang says her favorite part of her job is working out in the fields on her own.
Kind of like therapy for me. I just go out there, and I do what I gotta do, and I think what I want to think, and then get it out of my system.
Mai Zhang recently graduated from UNCG and hopes to attend medical school in the near future. But for now, she says helping out the family is most important. Sarah Russell, Elon Local News.
The weather is finally warmed up, and that means there will be plenty of things to do outdoors, on and off campus. We've got some ideas coming up. You're listening to ELN Radio on WSOE 89.3.
The Elon Bike Shop is a proud sponsor of WSOE. They sell new and used bikes and accessories. The Elon Bike Shop is located at 2437 West Webb Avenue in Elon. Bike repairs are also available. More information can be found on their Facebook page, the Elon Bike Shop. Tune in for Blue Sky Lightning, one of WSOE's longest running broadcasts. With 3.5 years of experience under my belt, you know it's going to be a good time. So if you haven't tuned in before, make sure you tune in this semester, because we're going to be having a lot of fun. Blue Sky Lightning airs every Monday from 5 to 6 right here at WSOE 89.3, the only alternative. Hooray for Monday.
Hey guys, this is Rachel McGovern for Wednesdays with Waldo, and if you want to be able to find me, you should listen to WSOE on Wednesdays at noon.
This is Chris Tarpon with Peace, Love, and Music.
I'll be filling your ears with music ranging from jazz to neo-soul. Check me out on Mondays, 2 to 3, on WSOE 89.3, Elon, Burlington.
Hey, it's Ben.
And Danny. Do y'all know what the Oracle of Delphi is?
Because we sure don't.
So join us as we try to figure it out on Tuesdays from 5 to 6, listening to a new theme every week.
From country to techno, we'll be playing Luke Bryan to Disclosure. And only we can foresee your future on WSOE 89.3.
Challenging, exciting, dynamic radio disguises music and sweaty commentary. It can only be Recovering Recluse. Hi, I'm Michael, the show's host, and I'll be playing independent artists and the great music that inspired them every Saturday night at 9, Recovering Recluse, only on WSOE 89.3, Elon, Burlington.
Welcome back to ELN Radio. It's 6:26.
It's been a winning week in Elon athletics, especially for the men's and women's tennis teams. Our Rajat Agarwal has more.
Thank you. With that, the Elon men's tennis team captured the 2014 Southern Conference Championship. The number 1 seeded Phoenix defeated Furman by a score of 4-1. The feeling this year, much different than last year.
After last year's bitter ending, where we lost 4-3 at our home place, just happy these guys got this moment.
Cameron Silverman was named tournament MVP, but it was the team trophy that he says he's had his eyes set on from day one.
I think we've been the best team for, in my opinion, 3 out of 4 years that I've been here, and it hasn't happened. We've won 3 regular seasons, so to finally get the SoCon, tournament is just unbelievable.
It was the men's second conference tournament championship in program history, and first since 2007. With 1 ring in hand, it was the women's turn to take the court next, looking to win their first ever SoCon championship. And that they did. After knocking off number 1 seeded Furman in the semifinals, Maria Camara clinched Elon's 4-2 win over Sanford for the program's first ever SoCon championship.
I still can't believe it. I just felt like I was in a dream. I could not believe it. And when I won the match, I was just out of my mind. It was crazy.
And now the season goes on. Both the men's and women's tennis teams earn automatic bids to the NCAA tournament in May, and we'll find out where they fall in the bracket during the NCAA selection show on April 29th. Rajat Agarwal, Elon, Local News.
As the tennis team continues to celebrate, other Elon athletic teams ready themselves for the home stretch of the spring season. The softball team's game is just getting underway at Hunt Softball Park against North Carolina Central. The Phoenix are currently riding a 4-game losing streak. After tonight's game, the ladies will host Sanford for a 3-game weekend series, including a doubleheader on Saturday. Game 1 will begin at 1 p.m. After going undefeated at home this season, the women's lacrosse team will travel to Florida this weekend to take on Stetson University and Jacksonville State. The Phoenix have a perfect conference record and look to earn a higher seed in the Atlantic Sun Conference tournament in a couple of weeks. And finally, the football team wraps up spring training this Saturday with the annual Maroon and Gold scrimmage from Rhodes Stadium. This will be the final time fans can see first-year head coach Rich Skrosky and the team until August 30th, when the team faces Duke for the first game of the regular season. The scrimmage is set to begin at 6 p.m. Follow at ELN Sports for the most up-to-the-minute scores and updates from your Phoenix.
With it finally warming up outside, you can get out and enjoy the weather while cheering on the Phoenix. But there's lots to do off campus as well. Our Ashley Bowley joins us with some ideas for outdoor fun in the area. Ashley?
Thanks, Brandon. There are lots of fun things to do within the Elon community. First, check out our own low and high ropes course. The Elon Challenge course is run by student workers who help coordinate activities. Go with a group of friends to test your personal skills as well as team building talents. You can enjoy a relaxing day at Beth Schmidt Park, located conveniently on Elon Park Drive. There's a playground, running paths, and disc golf. Third, Canine Corner is a friendly dog park. Maybe you're missing your best friend with 4 paws. This is near Beth Schmidt Park, and you can get your doggy fix. Finally, about 40 minutes away near Greensboro, Lake Townsend Watershed Park is Greensboro's largest municipal reservoir. That offers boat and pier fishing. In the studio, Ashley Bowley, Elon Local News.
That's all for ELN Radio tonight. Make sure to check out elonlocalnews.com tomorrow afternoon for our weekly web exclusive. I'm Belle Mazzola.
And I'm Brandon Joyner. Have a great evening, Elon.